1, 2, 3, 4. Warning, we're just having fun. If you take stuff too serious, this channel may not be for you, buddy. Man, oh man, here we go again. Y'all know what it is. We're standing next to the bent wheel bandit. Last week, that's what we discovered on it. And a lot of people think them wheels ain't bent. And I appreciate y'all eyeballing them from wherever you're at, but them suckers are bent. Wheel shop didn't want nothing to do with them. Anyhow, I already got some at the machine shop. We're taking a little out of center. Guys, I'm on it, okay? I'm on it. The good news is we're taking a week off from all of our mini truck madness to give us a break from it and to get stuff like wheels situated or whatever. Now, on the second channel, this last week on Friday, I put out a video locating a misfire on the Travelall, and boy howdy, here's a misfire. What's crazy is how good that thing was still running with plugs in it looking like that. And also we went and picked up last Wednesday on the second channel a Suzuki Samurai. So if y'all ain't watching that second channel, you need to hop over there. It's just the shorter stuff I can do. I like keeping my longer videos here. We're gonna keep the shorter videos there. Now, what are we gonna do this week, you ask? Well, first we're gonna shamelessly plug our merchandise here. That's the old sausage wagon there on the back. We got the Patina logo and a lot of other little odds and ends. We're doing a thing now where if you add 4 stickers to your cart, it should slash the price of one of them, so you're getting 4, but you're paying for 3, but you gotta add 4. Don't count this thumb in any of that, because if you don't add 4, it ain't gonna do it for you. That's a good way to remember it. Add 4 if you want it to do it for you. The only place to get official Puddins.fab.shop merchandise is at our website, www.puddins.fab.shop.com. Hey there, half haul, how you doing? Now, if you come back here, we're in the land of damn Puddins Fab Shop Blue Internationals. Y'all see that? We still got old Wheel Hop Wilma to build here one day. We'll do that when we're in the bigger shop where she actually fits. And D&H Classics. They just know how to show up with the right stuff on a trailer, you know what I mean? They know what to show up with on the trailer. The issue the other day was getting this thing off the trailer. So here, have a little flashback action. Now, we talked about doing a Will It Run on this rig, but I didn't know it was coming tonight, so I put on my safest work boots and thinking about dumping it here. I bet it's heavy. I wish we could teleport it off there, but instead we're gonna tow rollaport it. We're gonna try anyhow. What you say, girl? She ain't scared. Dummy forgot his tripod. Y'all ready to do the slip and slide or what? We're gonna put a little slip and slide lubrication up in this situation, see if we can't get some tires to slide. Even if this don't work, I love the smell of palm olive so much. It's just a win because we get to smell it. Well, Lefty's watered down for checking air leaks. Righty's got the high flow nozzle on her. Y'all can tell they do this for a living. They done got her jacked up and everything, so we'll hit her with the high flow. Oh yeah. That baby's gonna slide better than that slip and slide at my 3rd grade party. We just learned 2 important lessons. 1, a tug job goes smoother with soap, guaranteed. And 2, a chain's not near as forgiving as a strap is. Let's give it up for the real MVP right here though. This little area I always hook to off this Corolla chassis that ain't broke yet. She's a damn champion, ain't she? So it took a little yanking and a little tugging, but we got her off there anyhow. Now, at quick glance, you're gonna notice some of this truck's key features. One may notice that she has 2 antennas. Of course, our one for our radio. Now, everyone knows a slight bend gives you better reception on that thing, but then you come around out back and yeah, we're gonna have one for the old CB. So if you follow her from top to bottom, you'll see it attaches to this nice premium homemade headache rack. And it even looks like we had chains to possibly chain bottles in the corner at one point. That thing is sweet. If you have an eye and attention for detail, and that headache rack led you to notice she was a propane machine. Now I see our propane's no longer hooked up back here. And if I'm being honest, I hope that also means it ain't hooked up underneath the hood, because I don't want to mess with propane. Now at the back, of course, we've got the custom narrowed bumper, all right, for minimum protection. When was this baby last tagged? There ain't no telling. I don't know what the sticker says, but I can tell you that's an old tag. I think the technical answer is a while ago. She was last tagged a while ago. As you come around the front of this rig, you'll see we got our little pusher bars. And these things they're grooved with little balls on the end. We got attention to detail here. Look at these brackets, how they got a whoop to that bumper. These are cool bumpers. You see how they swoop down in there? Personally, I like the front of these things. My buddy 24's. He said that thing looks like a 67 GTO and a, what do you say, Nash Metropolitan had a baby. Talk about like the grill and the headlights, and kind of fair enough, I can see it. Well, our fuel tax number expired in 1988. Now this side has both steelies with them sweet international caps. Also, you can see we got custom tires, along with this fender does have a little custom body work going on. She's got some cool mirrors on her, of course. Let's see. Oh, yep, that'll open. I wonder if any of that's rusted out. What I can see looks all right, but I don't know that any of that's actually rusted out. She looks pretty decent shape. Shuts basically perfect, and you need a locking gas cap because you don't want no one stealing your fuel. This old bed floor's definitely seen better days than, oh yeah, there's our leftovers from our pull job the other day. She's in decent shape, guys. Come on, old Crunchy. Whoop! I don't claim to be an international guy, though I do like internationals. The first thing that just caught my eye, 12 out of 10 times your cowl is rusted out on these internationals, usually both sides. Usually all this area right in there is going to have a ton of rust. I've had to fix that on every international I have, so not seeing rust up there is pretty surprising. The next thing that catches my eye, besides that gold emblem that matches my gold tooth, is this cedar is still kind of green, which means that rat's been in here recently. We got a battery that weighs more than the Corolla. You can see she's a generator. Obviously she's a V8. Looks like we were running propane, but then I see we've got a fuel bowl and some type of solenoid valve, some type of cutoff valve maybe there. So I don't know what we got going on. I don't really know nothing about propane, guys, so I don't know if it flip-flopped, if you ran off one, if you run off the other, if you can leave them both hooked up and choose to run off of what you wanted to run off of. I don't know how it works. At this point, all I think I do know is once we get all that debris out of there, there's going to be most of a engine underneath there anyhow. I apologize now if we get too much wind noise today. The one day I decide to record out here in the backyard, I see the wind's already blowing. Custom fit, tailored to fit. Ow. Hopefully our rat friend ain't in here no more. Damn International knew how to build a fan trail, didn't they? Hey, we found a dipstick already. They kind of did like Ford. They threw that old distributor up front. Or Ford did like them. I don't know who did it first because I don't know much about neither. And if we come down in here, there's a whole bunch of leaves packed in that sucker. Of course, you gotta have some dirt daubers. Gotta get them. And a chunk of wood, all right. Make sure there's a nail in it so when you throw it down, you get some flats. There's a couple more nails. Most people don't know why these are on the fenders on Oklahoma trucks. But when your battery terminals get loose, you just put that in there, tap, 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 it tightens it up, and then you're good to crank again. That's why every Oklahoma truck has them. I don't know if it's a rat or a beaver, the way they dammed up the bottom of this truck with sticks. I think we may have a damn beaver in here. I mean, this rat was saving 2x4s. I think it was actually planning on framing it a house, guys. This thing is serious. I guarantee it was. It was like, hey, that pile of sticks is just temporary, guys. I get enough wood stockpiled and we're going with a custom home. I think I found where the rat would actually be living at if it's in here. When you start seeing the fuzzy wuzzies, you know you're getting close. So somewhere up in there, I can see that fuzzy's coming out of there. If I get a rat on me, y'all's gonna think you seen moves from Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris. I'm gonna show y'all some damn moves, okay? I'll roundhouse this damn thing over that back fence if something touches me. This rat also understood how insulation works because it insulated its little hidey hole like no other. It's a top quality builder. You don't get no half-ass results from it's what I'm telling you. And I'm gonna just keep scooping. I finished getting most of that stuff kind of, at least where it's packed in there, out anyhow. Maybe we can at least blow it out, except someone may have ripped our pull cord off this unit. For proper operation, you want to make sure to get a good prime. Underneath the hood, we are starting to get there. We got some stuff still kind of packed back in here, but as you can tell, that belt came out of there. I did not see it actually attached to the crank pulley down there, and looking at the crank pulley just got me thinking, well, we put us something on there and see if we can even turn this engine before we go too much further right now. I sure wish I knew what size was down on there where we didn't have to play the guessing game. Looks like I got her on the second guess there. Oh, she's spinning, guys. I just had a real bad feeling about that, but it didn't take much at all. So, you know, whether you want to be happy she is spinning or concerned she just may have zero compression, you know, don't worry about that. A spinner's a spinner. That don't always mean that spinner's gonna be a winner though, if you know what I'm saying. Y'all know what it is. If she's gonna join the gang, me and these other internationals, we're about to jump this thing in. Get. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've never had the cable all the way out on this thing. It's gonna take more block than that apparently. That thing's all there. Be a good time to have a tractor. I knew that wasn't gonna work, but you know, maybe the boot scooting Yukon was the hero we needed that we didn't know we had. She's moving! She's moving! Go, baby, go. Guys, all I did, I forgot to set the parking brake. Winch sounds tired. It's because she didn't have her morning coffee yet. I'd really like to pressure wash that thing off just to get all the nastiness off of it. My water hose I got here ain't gonna stretch out there, so I'm gonna have to go get some from the other place, and hopefully that'll be enough to get it out here. That's a lot of hose. There we go. She got the Supreme Premium car wash minus the soap. All right, she got the blow off package anyhow. Damn pressure washer was wanting to die. I thought we were about to have to do a wheel it run on it. But she's a trooper, so she stayed running. Alley-oop! Luckily we had just enough hose for that to reach. I've had pretty good luck so far today. Just got us some looby-dooby. Let's see, everything's half cleaned up. We didn't have to fight a rat. Got her pressure washed. Engine's spinning by hand anyhow. She ain't locked up. That's all wins. It's about time for some lunch, because I've been staring at this, and now I'm craving me some taco, boy. And we're gonna looby-dooby her down, and I mean looby-dooby. So you just take her from the negatory to the positivity. All right, if you want to be accurate, get that old 50 cal barrel out there. Carburetor could always use a soaking. Spark plugs, you want them to come out or not? Shift linkage, we ain't gonna drive it, but why the hell not? You may have to change a master cylinder at some point. All right, if it can be lubricated, let's lubricate it. What if we gotta take that hose off, huh? Or that one, or that one, or that one. There's two sides to every carburetor. All right, and yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that. Probably just a little quick spray would have been all right, but you know what, it'll work. What if we gotta mess with our timing? She quit running because of bad timing. Now we got to pop that sucker free. Probably not the case, but you know what? At least she's lubricated. If them sirens are well, then that means we got the Pot County Tow Special going. Hey, we'll take that. She's a little past old Will Hop Wilma, but no big deal. Ding, ding, ding. We made her to lunch 30. We're going to see if the old half hauler will run good enough to let us load some tools anyhow. I think we can safely grab all this. This is left over from yesterday's job. We'll go for an assortment of pliers here. Maybe some locking pliers, Pot County speed wrench. You know you need a good set of needle nose every once in a while. And I don't know, who knows? Let's just grab a handful of everything. Get us a wooden handled pecker and a couple screwdrivers, maybe a pry bar. Ratchet and wrenches, Then we'll get them. We'll get this. We got Looby Dooby, so we may grab us some brake clean. We might get plumb buck nasty and get us a set of towels that have seen better days. Got our little Han Solo switch. Just swing her wide here. Oh, don't worry. She's got the one-man palm pusher right there. We're getting there anyhow. This thing looks like a baby giraffe trying to learn how to walk for the first time. Get our toolbox installed. Damn shop's falling apart. When you can't get your truck to the shop, you bring the shop to the truck. It's easier for me to see now anyhow what's going on the camera. Let's see, definitely low on our coolant. Let's see what our oil looks like here. Hey, that's good looking oil. Look at that crap. Whoever owned this truck, it was their grandpa's truck. They said he may use it for some welding. I just got this story from D&H, by the way. So that kind of explains maybe our chains here for strapping bottles. And in the very early 90s, this thing got parked in a barn, and that's where it was sitting until the barn started coming down on top of it. And now here she is. Pretty impressive oil. I'm happy with what I synced there. Let's pull our plug wires here, and they look like they're separated in order, so as long as we don't lose that, we should be good. Oh, did that rip? That definitely ripped. Yeah, she looks like she may have been on there for a while. Ain't no telling last time it got a set of plugs or plug wires on it. Those are all nice and rusty. That one was already pulled off for us. Oh, she's gonna rip, I bet. Oh, she ain't ripped yet. I ain't got enough beanie weenies to break her, I don't think. Oh, there we go. I got her. I think she's got the big old spark pluggers. That thing had zero torque. It was not tight at all. But that spark plug sure does look good. Oh yeah, don't forget she ran on propane, so stuff might be a little cleaner than usual. Let's see if this one has torque. I don't think that one had any torque on it neither. Our gap's a lot tighter on that one than the other two. I did not have to break torque on any of this side. This side was the same thing. None of them were torqued at all. And I don't know what engine we have here, but what I do know is my bore scope is a piece of crap, so we're not going to bore scope the engine like we usually do. I bet it'd be super duper clean, but we are going to spray Looby Dooby down in them cylinders since it's been about 30 years since she's spun around. Give each one a nice little healthy squirt there. Number 2's a pain to get to. All right, there we go. I'm trying to remember international. I think she's got the Chevrolet firing order 1843657. I think we got 1357248, but curveball. International V8 engines, at least these ones, I do believe time off of number 8 instead of number 1. So I'm gonna look at number 8 here, and that's coming to right here. I didn't bring a marker, but I brought my kniffy. Give her a little scratch. She rotates clockwise, so 1, 8, 4, 3, 6, 5, 7, who happens to be Bluetooth, 2, and lastly, number 1. that's how that works. And some people get that confused and they'll sell the trucks. That's how we got that one. That's exactly what was wrong with that one. The firing order was just an absolute mess. We fixed that. Boom, she runs like a top. So as I let her soak, I was overwhelmed with curiosity, so I had to look these up. 1959 was the first model year for the B series trucks and the first year for the IHC 266 4.4 liter V8 engine, who put out an astonishing buck 55 horsepower when new. We'll be happy if we get 75 horsepower out of her. I ain't picky. Also says you could still get the Black Diamond Straight 6. It was standard equipment in the B110 that year. But we ain't got a 110, we got a B100 with the first year 266 V8 engine. She runs off of pure gasoline and I don't give a dams. You can see how clean all those are. Let's look at our battery situation next. I actually gotta say I'm quite impressed here. It's actually, you know, not bungee cord or wire strapped in. It's actually secure. I don't think our ground's gonna play as nice here. Oh yeah, them channel locks will get a turn or three. She just needs a little judo chop with her pry bar. And this side we ain't got to take off all the way. No. Oh. Looks like the battery may be of April of 91. She may be old, but she's still there. I think we're going to try our luck with our positive here. But this ground, it goes to the firewall, then it comes off the firewall to our engine. I guess we could try it if we wanted, or we could just, if we got stuff, we'll just whip us up one for there. How's that? Yeah, I thought we had to rig up something for ours. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. I don't know why this little 1/4-inch drive is so mean, but that SOB's ticked off all the time. Let's get her started. She may not be the best ground ever, but I like to think it's better than that. Forgot to grab our battery terminal wire brush set. That's all right though. We need a nice cold bottle of water. Woo! You put that cold water in your armpit, you'll know it. Puddins Mobile Mechanic Service, where if there's mechanicing that needs done, we'll get her did. Last time I cleaned that, I'm pretty sure I just did her with my old knife. You can see the corrosion coming out of that one though. Now there we go. You gotta make sure to have your 12-volt accessory wire. She's the color of the Statue of Liberty, so we're gonna see if we can't change that. Coming in hot, coming in hot. Let's give that positive some slight love taps. And then our negative, don't let that red color confuse you. We're just gonna check for smoke real quick since it's been a while since she's had a live battery in her. Of course, it may do us some good to burn this inside down to the ground. So far, I've been really impressed with this truck. The only place I've been disappointed so far is just the fact it ain't got a gun rack in it, but other than that, she's cherry. I guess we can figure out our little switch here and see if she wants to crank over, see if our starter's wanting to play nice or if we got that Mordski luck. Our starter's gonna be down here. We got some wires right here that come up. That one, she's pretty thick. I bet that's power and everything. So maybe that one right there is for our starter solenoid. Let's lock and load the old wire wheel and we'll just start doing some testing. We had a little spark or two, little free spark show going on. We'll take one end of the switch and go up to the old battery. And I think this side we're gonna try on our white wire here. Now, if we've got good cables, the starter wants to operate, and we guess the right wire, when we push this button, she should crank. Oh, go baby! Well, she's starting to crank until she don't. There we go, right there. She ain't the best cranking thing I've ever heard by any means, but she is cranking. And I'm not too worried about us getting fuel up there, and if it starts to get up there, we can see that. We may want to pull that off there. Probably should have done that before we cranked on it. I am not sure what I'm actually supposed to take apart here to get this off. So we're just gonna start pulling until it wants to come off there. Here we go. Looks like you gotta pull them all. That got the lid and the filter off, but maybe if we get these all the way around, this whole little contraption will come off. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. There's a bolt and I'm unscrewing. Now there we go. Now we got something coming off there. Oh yeah, I got us a little choker valve. And quite surprisingly, all this crap's unscrewing pretty easy, guys. I ain't really had to fight nothing yet. All right, there's the lid for it. I see we got another choke hooked up down to our carburetor there, so maybe it could operate off both. And let's have a little look-see down in the carburetor. We don't see nothing down in there. Man, that's a good looking woman right there. All right, let's give her another spin. You know what they say, spinning's winning. Y'all want to check some compression on this rig or what? I have this good marker. We need a notepad. And we need our gauge there. Get her threaded into number 1. Oh, that was a little crunchy. We'll make sure our throttle's wide open. Let's see what we're working with. Going live. Well, I had to let it sit there and turn about 1,000 times. I don't think we're spinning quite fast enough. She damn near hit $1.50. It just took us a while to get there. She was persistent though and didn't give up. So I got us 140 there. Number 3 was 115. I may have accidentally did a little time lapse action. Now let's check 5 and 7. Going live on number 5. Hey yo. You know why I said hey yo? Not because I was super impressed by our 70 psi on that cylinder. I heard spark, spark, spark off of something. One of these plug wires found the ground and was sparking. So if it's making it through 1 or 2 of them, guaranteed our coil should be sparking then, right? Looky there, guys. We just got spark without touching a damn thing. Now it's not the most consistent I've ever seen. We'll probably still get in there, but that's still pretty impressive considering how long this thing's been sitting. So we'll just unhook her right there for now. That way I can do my compression test without getting zapped accidentally and having to ride the lightning. Number 5's doing the same thing. It'll just slowly keep creeping up. She don't want to get much above 80. Compression test is going decent. That starter keeps kicking out. We got a $1.40, $1.15, $1.20, and 80. Now this side, $1.45. This $1.15, it jumped up and then back down, and then a few hits later it started coming back up. So we may have some sticking valves going on. It has nothing to do with just leaving the old oil in here, not looking into that at all. Okay, and then that last one, a $1.55. I mean, that's our highest one right there. But our starter was kicking out a couple times, and I don't want to pull that starter off there if we don't have to. So yeah, just don't worry about it. Time for Dad to go pick up Hot Rod from school. So before I leave, I'm gonna hit her with some more looby dooby. Boy, what in the damn wind wobbling my legs is going on here? The wind must have took her. Oh, she's in the back of the truck. Oh yeah, that wind's definitely whipping. today. Now yesterday we accidentally got spark out of it, but let's see if we can't get a little bit better spark today. These plug wires are in real bad shape. I do think we're gonna ditch them because they are really corroded. Whoop! There's another piece of our Bluetooth one. Whoop! All right, let's pop our cap open and have a little look-see in there. Surely we can get her sparking a little better. Hey, yo. Yeah, those things are, well, they look like copper ones. Ow! Oh, that's why they call that old baby the shin clonker, because I just clonked that shin. That hurts so bad it'll make your babies born naked. Honestly, I'm surprised it took this long. That old triple balled hooker will get you every time. She's copper, and she's pretty corroded and a little wet in there. Since screwdrivers are on my brain, let me get that out of there. And we'll go ahead and just pull our rotor off and have a little look-see at our points. Y'all see the corrosion on them points? I mean, that corrosion just fell off. I've seen stuff with less corrosion and not spark. I'm surprised that thing was sparking. Now I got my nail file, so I'm gonna do a little cleaning up. We're gonna open them points up and we're just gonna slide her right in there. Oh, there we go. Now we're grooving. After you clean up on them, you want to hit them with the Mortsky flick. Now, most people think the Mortsky flick's when you got to take a hammer and beat on your starter because you have no luck with starters, and that's not it. Oh no. The Mortsky flick is where you just open that baby and you let that spring pressure pop her back. You want to hit her with a few of them. Next, we're going to hook this up where we get our coil hot. And we're going to spin her over and check our spark over here. Hopefully y'all can see her sparking in there. That's good. I'm going to cheat and come back in here and get some of these for cap. Try this one here. She's practically brand new at this point. GUD, we're gonna call her good. Next, if we take a closer look at her rotor, you can see how dirty that thing is. Consider that thing Pot County polished. Look at your circle, look at your square. There's your circle, there's your square, so we know how to put her back. And we're gonna go back with this thing. Just snug that. Lock that baby on. I reckon next we need to look at restoring our spark plugs. Boy, what the hell?
We are on the front page, like literally on the front page.
Made the local newspaper. I'm in the countywide, baby. With over 180K followers, this YouTuber calls Tecumseh home. And you're damn right I'm proud to call Tecumseh home. This is my place, okay? This is where I like to be. By restoration, I meant we're just gonna clean them up with some brake clean. If you want to have some rust in the wire wheel, I trust. Now we got to wire wheel them all. We can't do the full resto on a couple of them, so brake clean, wire wheel. Or wire wheel, brake clean. They're ready. So I'm checking our spark plug gap here, and so far they've all been between 36 and 38 thousandths, which is probably too much. Get out that shed, woman.
Oh, don't film me.
But I read on the internet said a 30 thousandths. I don't know if it changed with it being on gas. And by gas, I mean propane. And speaking of me saying propane, I noticed this yesterday. It says natural gas. This will read for propane or butane. Told y'all with the compressed gas, I don't know a damn thing. That's all I do know, so I don't know what all is that capable of doing, guys. I don't know. I think I've decided I'm just gonna gap these at 35 thou. Come on. Boy, don't make me get up on one. Oh, she's cramping. She's cramping. She ain't used to bending like that. There we go. There we go. Stretch it out there, big fella. Oh. Here we go. Got them all torqued like I like them anyhow. Hands down the rustiest plug wires I've ever seen. Sorry, Wheel Hop Wilma. But me and the viewers do appreciate your sacrifice and what you're willing to donate for this here channel. Hell, we could have got a new cap if we wanted. Oh no, y'all know I like getting them running with as little as possible. Oh, get our coil wire too. Oh, I can't wait till we pop this one day and that's a Cummins engine. And we'll snatch the rest real quick. Pop, 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 pop. We'll start right here with number 8. After 8, we're going to 4. Number 6. Before I pop her on, let's get old Crunchy off here. Oh. She was crunchy. That's supposed to be rubber, by the way. 2. Number 1. Number 3. Number 5. Lastly but not leastly, number 7. Now, if we're getting ready to daily drive this sucker, we may, you know, measure our plugs until we get them all just laid out beautifully. But for now, that's good enough to get her running. I can't tell if that's actually reaching down in there or not. But I know how we can tell. Let's pull one plug wire and test for spark now. I'll pop her off and put her on a screwdriver. She's sparking. We'll whip us up a little jumper wire here. We get more power to that coil, we might get a little hotter spark. Get our ends crimped on, and to hell with feeding that through and trying to crimp this, crimp that. I'm just gonna screw them babies on just like that there. I mean, you can try to feed these through them little red covers and you can crimp it, probably solder it, do this, do that. I don't know why I'm shaking. My girls always go, Dad, why do you shake when you're excited or you talk? And I'm like, I don't even know I do it. Now I'm conscious of it. What I really think happened was I was like, guys, I do not shake when I start talking, okay? And then they were like, you just did it. And I was like, maybe I did, okay? How about y'all just don't worry about my jitters? I don't know what kind of half-ass stuff you think we're gonna do here, but don't worry. We'll wrap up that end. That's the professional way to do it there. See? You want her insulated? Now she's insulated, kinda. Let's take her down to a really nice and clean stud there. We'll kind of shake that back and forth. And we'll just take that on up to that. Oh, that's a negative. Don't take it there. That red cable almost got me. I'll just take her to our little starter switch clip. I don't know how much adding this is gonna help this thing crank faster, but it definitely ain't gonna hurt it. So we're gonna just throw the jump pack on. The faster she does spin, the more likely we're to build compression better. And the more compression we get, the better chances we have of her busting off. Oh, she's ready to go. Now usually we use a Get Her Done 91, but right here we got some Set Her Free 93. This is actually pre-mixed for my chainsaw, so they do it with 93 octane. So then you got a little oil in there, which is just gonna help us for lubricating the top end of this motor that ain't been lubricated in a while. So let's send some down her snout and see if we can't get her to bust off. Coil's live, switch is live. Let's give her a squirt, and let's see if she wants to sing. Be good to us. Starter keeps kicking out. Oh, we got a little backfire. Come on, baby. Ah. It smells like propane. Yeah! Come on, baby. That smells like propane, guys. I know it ain't running off propane, but I'm just saying you can tell this was a propane engine. Smells good. I just tried to fill her up through her vent, and it looks like the bowl's leaking. There we go. No, no. Oh, dang it. I missed my spray, guys. I forgot this one don't have the pickup tube. She just don't like cranking. Ah. She ran enough to say she'll run, but I was hoping to be able to control her off the bottle a little bit. She's trying to run anyhow, guys. She felt a little restricted there. Of course, my flow control ain't the best today. I'm a little all over the place, but damn it, she's a runner. There we go. Fired her up again, didn't struggle near as hard that time, and I wanted to run that through where we get that in there where it can do what it's got to do. Our carburetor's leaking. Trying to fill it up, it looked like it was coming out around this bowl, which ironically enough, same thing on this carburetor. When I'd done it, it was leaking around there, and it had been leaking around there. They had the firing order wrong, which I'm guessing caused a backfire. Of course, there's leaking fuel. This engine had caught on fire. Pretty sure that's what I diagnosed what was wrong with that. And now this one looks like it's leaking in the same spot, but we didn't get our firing order wrong, so we're not as worried about backfiring and whatnot. But I think we're just money ahead to pull that carburetor off there and take a look. I'm gonna start right here with the old vacuum advance. Her brass piece is loose, that's all right. Whoa, careful. Oh, may have a little poo-poo running down my leg there. Our little starter switch was shoved underneath that, and I shoved it out the way and tried to crank her over. Just trying to make that run off the bottle. I think our idle's set too low, and this thing has one hell of a return spring on it over here. Pop that clip. Holy cow, that's a spring from you know where. That thing is no joke. Get our base plate bolts. I see these are marked with the IH. They're the internationals. Maybe you can see it on the head there. Forgot to disconnect our choke. Get her out the way. We'll get this last bolt out the back, and this unit should be ready to pop up off here. Oh, she came right off nice and smooth. She had one of them big thick gaskets, and we may have just broke our corner piece. Better get our bolt before we lose that, and maybe we'll just tear right into this thing. Inside here is fairly clean, not the worst I've ever seen. Our needle's not actually seating. Now around here is where she is leaking, somewhere over on this side. Pull that off and have a look. Ah, so this is the one that was actually leaking. Probably right there, you see how she's all shrunk up? Yeah, she almost come off there in one piece. Well, she's gonna thread out easy. Those things are usually smoked so tight you're guaranteed to strip them, so thankfully them ones are not. And it's all pretty clear in there. We'll clean it out here in a second. Gonna get us a carb rebuild station set up. One for me, one for the carburetor. Hopefully this is the right kit. Looks sort of kind of like it anyhow. Oh yeah, she's a little crunchy too. Get our ports in there for our mixture screws, and we'll clean our surface. The butterflies are clean now, so I guess it was worth pulling that apart. Forgot to mention before I pulled these little mixture screws, I twisted them in and I counted how many turns it took, and now I'm going to take it backwards, and each one was just about 1.5. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but we can put it back to how it was and kind of use that as a baseline, and we can tune from there if we have to. Oh, all these gaskets are rock hard, and everything is just cleaning up real good. Look at that, for just spraying that. We do have a little gasket on this side. Snug that down. And lastly, we got our old bowl here, and we're gonna pull that out. Let's get our accelerator pump next. All right, nothing like a good old-fashioned backyard carb rebuild. Oh, you hear how crunchy that? You hear how crunchy that is? She would have pumped once or twice before she started falling apart. Easiest way to do that is usually put that on the inside and kind of drag her up. Be careful, don't break her. Boop. Once you get her, she'll come right out. I don't care about the outside being dirty, as long as all of our surfaces and insides are clean, we're ready to go back together. Slight problem here. This one uses the Phillips. This one uses this, which is okay, except I ain't got no type of cap to put on this. I set our float level. She shuts off right when she is level, so hopefully that's right. Then our little cover screw here I robbed from Wheel Hop Wilma next door. So hopefully that's the last of our surprises on our little carburetor, and I'm just gonna bolt it all back together. D-U-N, call that baby done. I think I'm gonna try to put this together without one of them high-rise gaskets below it. Just make sure our butterflies open and don't hit nothing, and they don't, so I don't see no reason to put one of them thick ones in there. Them carburetor bolts were too long, so instead of getting shorter bolts, I dug through one of my Yeehaw boxes, and I do have one of them thick ends. So instead of just slapping it together, why don't we put it back together the way we took it apart? Y'all see that? I was trying to make less work, and in turn I made even more work, because here we are doing it all over again. She certainly tightens up better with that crap in there. Get our vacuum line. I'm gonna skip choke for now. We'll get our throttle back on. Now for fuel, I'm gonna take this hard line right here out the side of the bowl. Now this will thread into our carburetor. This side will seal right there. And I'm gonna try to shove us a piece of rubber hose onto here and clamp it. Doing it this way, it all bolts right back into place and we don't tear nothing up. Snug that. Clip. I'm embarrassed to say I don't think I brought zip ties back here. What the heck's wrong with me, guys? I'm slacking. Dang rookie mistake forgetting zip ties. That thing ain't going nowhere until it falls off there. If you drop a rubber hose in a tank, cut her at an angle. You don't want a weak connection, so give it your strongest twist. We also don't want no arcing and sparking, so tape her up good. Next, we're going to give the ground the extendo kit. We'll just ground that up there. And our hot side, we'll just add to our clip for our coil. Damn wind. That's enough for now. Just in case she wants to be old Backfire Betty. Hopefully she won't be Backfire Betty. She'll be a Big Bad Bertha. Took our clip up here. Fuel pump's chugging. And she's definitely making something happen here. I wonder if we can cycle that and see fuel. Yeah, I'd say so. And she's still leaking. Just pull that thing back off there. And obviously our float ain't working. It looks like whoever installed that cover, little slip thing in there, didn't do it right. And it fell, keeping that from being able to float up. Slapped her all back together. Let's do a little testing. There we go, that's better. She could probably use some type of return. Let's see if we're spraying. Oh, we're definitely spraying. If we're spraying, we're praying, because we're praying this baby fires up. She may be a little flooded. I'm about to have to leave for volleyball and cheer. Let's see if she wants to bust off. She wants to run, her idle's just set too low. Go, baby! Oh! Oh! Ha, 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 oh! Looky there! She sounded like a damn boat ready for some flat foot skiing. I see our shop didn't try to blow away last night like it did the day before. Now we ended yesterday on a little idling action. We got this thing to fire up and idle. After that carburetor whooped us, of course. Give her one spray. Can't beat it, guys. Looky there. So we can't let her run too much because she ain't got a belt. So I got to looking yesterday and I went to pull on this, and holy cow, guys. I mean, she's pert near locked up. She may move a little bit, but not a lot. So I got us a water pump right here. Hopefully it's the right one, and hopefully we can go around this freaking army tank of a fan shroud and just get our bolts out and take it off without pulling this. Luckily the front of that water pump comes out of there. At first I was taking a gander and I thought this whole assembly had to come off. You always got to drop at least one. Got her fan off anyhow. Thankfully that has the long reach neck and plenty of power. Oh, that came off easier than I thought it would. Now it looks like there's a spacer and we can see our actual water pump bolts. Don't break. Oh, it definitely broke. Yeah, that's one way to do it. I can't imagine why that was hard to turn. You can see where all this crud was built up at the bottom, and I'm sure it was rusted. It'd move a little bit, but I didn't like it. Of course, as that was dirty, it's gonna be dirty in here, so maybe we can knock out what we can. First, I'm gonna try my best to mark center of this thing. Holy crap, don't tell me that's a through bolt, dummy. I guess if you pay attention from the start, you may just take the nut off this back side and not have no problems. Looky there. And she looks like she'll work anyways. This one's got a cast impeller, propeller, roteller, whatever you want to call her. This one looks like they just took a fan off the alternator and slapped it on there. Speaking of good quality, the gasket was folded on itself, smashed in the box, so that's good. See, there's a decent chunk. Get our water pump started. Just about got her here. I guess we could have cleaned that before we put it on there. I guess lastly we need to get us a belt figured out here. She's gonna squeal a little bit. Put a little looby dooby down the old poop chute. Maybe that'll smooth her up. Then don't forget our good quality tensioner down here. Wonder if we can pull our top hose right here and just kind of take a little glance down in there and see how nasty it is. Woo! It's not what I was hoping to see, but it's what I was expecting to see. Couple of love taps. Oh! What do you mean your thermostat housing don't weigh 48 pounds? Look at all that crap. All right, there we go. So there's that. Oh yeah, there's some rusty chunks in there too. Got quite a bit of crap out of there, so hopefully we did that some good. Our gasket did not rip. I'm gonna put a very small thing of RTV down and we're gonna go back together with this. Our hose has seen better days. Hopefully she's got one last seal in her. Let's get a little lube down in that little flap attack and let's get some water in her. Let's get some hydration in this situation. If you need her to stay cool, fill her up like she's a pool. If 2 gallons ain't enough, go get some more stuff. Boy, she sure is thirsty. It's because that old V8 engine's girthy. Next, you want to get 2 more jugs where she can take a few more chugs. Just playing, guys, we're done rhyming. If she starts running a little rough, we may have to check the timing. All right, I'm done. That's it. We're gonna top this off. We'll put a little more gasoline in our gas tank and she should be ready to bust off. Definitely filled that up more than I wanted to. Here we go. We're gonna watch out for debris since our fan's gonna spin now. How can you be mad at that, guys? I didn't do nothing besides hit a damn button. I can see our water flowing in there. That's good. Getting stuck with rocks, sticks, probably rat turds, who knows. But that thing sounds pretty healthy, guys. I'm really impressed with how good that sounds. just drop right back down to a perfect idle. That's it, guys. She's getting warm, up to temp. Now it's been running for a good probably 5+ minutes, and it's just now starting to get warm. That could be good, or she could be plumb clogged up, you know. This thing runs like, she sounds pretty strong. I'm pretty impressed with it. Oh, she's meaner than a pissed off hornet. It's been rumored she set a world record for the fastest quarter-mile time from a factory B100. She has been sighted at a drag racing event doing wheel stands for half the track. Allegedly, for every ass that was whipped by this truck, the owner would put a piece of sand or rock in the bed. That's a lot of ass whippings. Hey, but seriously, guys, this thing runs really good. I'm really impressed with it. She was starting to warm up there. Let's have a little gander in here. Oh, what in the mud soup we got going on there? Did somebody order the chocolate oatmeal? Did you have the chocolate oatmeal? It's right there, I got it. Got a little shit on a stick. So maybe our cooling system could use a little flushing. No surprise there after what we've seen inside of our thermostat housing and everything. But I gotta say, I'm impressed with this truck, guys. Fires right up, holds a great idle, revs like nobody's business, okay? Overall, I give her a 14 out of 8. I thought if this truck did run, it was gonna run like crap, but hey, look at her proving me wrong. Now we may have to do a little flushing, and then we've got a bunch of locked up wheels and tires, but I wonder if our clutch is any good. We may be able to drive this rig. Did y'all see that? That truck is so embarrassed how much rat crap's in it that it shut its own door. It's like, don't even show me like this. It knows right now it's at its low. So maybe we need to spend another week with this old girl and bring her up to a high. For this week, guys, I think we're gonna call this a wrap. That being said, y'all check out the second channel. People keep checking it out. They're like, holy crap, this is just more pudding content in shorter form on another channel, and that's exactly it. I'm gonna use this one for our big videos Monday. Shorter stuff in between we can slap together. Check out the second channel. It got 2 new videos last week, so there's plenty of pudding content for y'all to go watch if you ain't synced it yet. Take your glasses off, polish those bad girls up, put them back on, search up puddins.fab.shop too, watch them videos. You ain't gonna regret it. You ain't gonna. I appreciate y'all watching this. Let me always have fun. I had a good time in the backyard with this old Krusty International. And y'all know we're on the Instagram, on the Patreon. Now we got that good quality merchandise at puddins.fab.shop.com. Right now, my favorite shirt's in stock. That's the logo. I don't even have my own shirt on. I'm slacking today. It's the logo that it's all rusty. It's got the patina. It happens to be patina, Puddins Fab Shop blue, much like this truck. I gotta run, guys. I'm supposed to be at the bank like 10 minutes ago. So don't forget, sitting on your ass won't finish your project. My project's go sign some papers, and boy, we got tools just everywhere.